Artesia and 52 degrees at our radio studios in Lovington. The rain will continue but decrease by tomorrow afternoon. Lovington temperatures in the upper 50s and near 60 degrees in Carlsbad. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Good Thursday morning.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Why would you ask me that?
Why would you ask me that now?
Now it's your turn to cook.
Because it's National Men Cook Dinner Day.
That's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
I'm not making this stuff up.
You can Google it. It's worth a Google.
Let's Google it.
I just Googled it. It's a real thing.
Get in the kitchen now.
You get yourself in the kitchen.
Get in the kitchen and make my dinner. All right, let's get cooking.
Wait, was that Tom right there? Get in the kitchen and cook my dinner?
Right.
Sounded like him.
It sounded just like him.
Don't make it spicy either.
Make me a sandwich.
I put all kinds of chile.
Oh, I would load that sucker up for it.
You better spice
Wait. There you go.
You better spice it up for him.
I'm telling you, that'd be about the only thing in his life that ever been spiced up. So, you ever cook dinner when you were married?
All the time.
What would you cook?
Spaghetti,
Chicken.
chicken,
What kind of chicken?
chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried. You don't know how to cook a chicken fried steak. What goes inside the chicken fried steak?
Well, you got to make sure it's meat.
Yeah. So make sure it's meat. This is how I know
And then you
that
butter-
you and Kamala and Joe Biden come from the same tree.
Then you butter it, and then you put some flour on it, and then you put the grease on it, and
Really?
fry it.
No,
You're
it's
wrong
actually,
all the way around.
It's not actually even chicken. Isn't it a veal cutlet type?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like cube steak.
Yeah.
cube steak too.
Yeah. So that's how I know that you're just full of crapola.
And you don't put butter on it before.
Butter. Yeah. Let me butter it up.
What's my own recipe? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No wonder the kids were so skinny.
My own recipe.
My own recipe. From time to time, it's not very often now, but from time to time I'll cook gumbo or I cook my pot roast, crawfish and shrimp fettuccine.
But otherwise, you got her in the kitchen.
Good.
I don't have anybody in the kitchen, Tom. That's just a bad thing to say.
Well, it's true, isn't it? No.
I got her in the bedroom and the kitchen.
That's just kind of sexist.
It is. It's very.
I got her in the bedroom and the kitchen. Make me a sandwich now. I'm finished.
Anyway,
Make me a sandwich.
today,
the question of the day has nothing to do with Men Cooking Day for me. What would be the first thing that you would suggest that Donald Trump take care of first day in office? First thing. What would you suggest Donald Trump do now that he is elected? Look, we got a long time before he's actually president.
Yep.
I think Donald Trump is smart enough. He is going to start reaching out to people probably next week. Probably.
I bet he's writing a list now.
You know, I know him and Netanyahu have already talked about Israel.
Right.
But I bet he's on the phone with Zelensky and Putin. Putin came out and said that he doesn't talk to people that he's not friends with or something like that. I got the story.
And that would be my answer.
Well, my wish list would be,
and
and I know it's early, but on my wish list it would be pardon Coy Griffin.
Yeah, that would be number one on the list. Yes.
No.
I've got the whole entire country to worry about, but I'm worried about, little bitty Coy Griffin. I love Coy. He's a friend, but it would not be number one on the list.
Well, the man, campaigned for him the first time. This is one of the reasons he won.
It is. It's one of the reasons he won.
In 2016.
Do you actually believe that?
I believe that.
Why are you kissing up this morning?
I'm just saying.
Look,
Out of all the problems,
love,
would that be the number one election issue?
I love what Coy did, the Cowboys for Trump, but that's the reason why Donald Trump won?
No.
Well, because his Second Amendment was.
It doesn't matter.
Violated.
It's not the most important thing. Day one.
Immigration.
Day one. That would be mine. Ding, ding, ding. Blake gets the ding. Tom gets the
Dong.
Monica, day one.
You asked me, I told you.
To handle what's going on with Israel.
Yeah.
But I think you could do both of those things.
Yeah, I think both of them would be.
Absolutely.
I think that you could I think that day one, he could put all of his policies back in place for immigration. Then he could handle Israel and the Ukraine both on day one.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Hey, really quickly,
And I
this
would
is
also-
my question of the day to you or anybody listening. Did you guys lose any friends on Facebook over this election?
And if I did, I don't care.
Oh, well.
I don't keep up with that.
I mean, if why you lost some friends?
I lost 2.
Really?
Yeah, but it
I can't even tell you the number.
surprisingly,
Why? What took them so long?
exactly. That was my response.
'Cause they're
Finally,
sore losers.
what took y'all so long?
Sore losers.
Well, and if you lose friends over politics, they're not really friends.
I agree.
Well, we were talking about that off the air.
Yeah, I mean,
I have some dog rescue friends that one of them lost like 20 friends
Yeah.
over this. And the sad thing is that the animals are the ones that are going to suffer
Right,
from it because
right.
it's a rescue community thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're more acquaintances and not friends.
Right.
Because
Sure.
real friends will stick with you the day one. I mean, like my brother. Me and him are on the
Well, he's your brother.
total opposite.
But he's your brother.
Yeah.
That's blood.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
defriend
that's
him.
blood.
I'm not going to, I'll give him crap and he'll give me crap back.
I deleted 0 people over their Kamala shenanigans.
I don't delete friends.
No,
over
I don't
that.
I
either.
do. Even people that, constantly go on my page and post stuff, I don't delete them.
Right.
I will delete. I have deleted a few people off of my Facebook over the entire, I don't know, however
Sure.
many years we've had it now, 20 years or whatever.
Now, I will block.
Yes, but
Yes.
it's for a totally different reason.
I'll
Like,
block
it's-
psychos.
Yes,
I will block psychos and stalkers.
I've had a
I
couple.
will. Yeah, I will block
and,
them.
and
fairly
as you
quick.
can imagine, with Tug, I had some of those that came over because of
Yeah.
he's famous.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
wanted to ride the coattails and got crazy.
Yeah. So I'll leave that alone. But first day, I'd love to hear from you. What would Donald Trump do? Hug a bear day. Tom, you ever hugged a bear?
No.
I bet he has.
You never hugged a bear?
Tom, your response should have been, I am the bear.
Teddy bear, but not a real one.
Tom, you a bear?
When did you hug a teddy bear?
Back in the day.
Back in the day?
What was his name?
Teddy.
Teddy the teddy bear. Project Management Day going on. Stout Day. Little League Girls Day. Wait a second. Little League Girls Day. Little League has always been for boys, right?
I would,
Yeah.
No more.
Little League for boys. Now, y'all done messed up this whole thing. National Men's Make Dinner Day and Notary Public Day happening today. Presidential election officially called during the early morning hours, and Joe Biden woke up and said, "Did I win? The results are in. Did I win?" Kamala finally made an appearance yesterday. What time was that? About 4? I missed it because I was at
It's
the
about
doctor.
3 o'clock our
no,
time.
No, it was supposed to be 4 o'clock their time.
Yeah.
But it ended up being almost 4:30.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she.
So it was
Yeah,
about
you're right.
It was about 16 hours after she
Yeah.
conceded.
Wait,
so it took her that long.
And she
to do a speech.
she said that she will continue to fight.
The fight.
And I don't know how she fights as a public citizen or what's her plan, but she said that she will continue to fight for the values.
She's also continuing to try to be like Obama.
Right. Here's the deal. The Democratic Party, this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call for you to go more to the center and get away from the woke politics. Get away from transgender and abortions and that type of stuff. Get back to being what you used to be, which is it was really for rural America. Democratic Party was the farmers and the ranchers and that type of stuff.
They left that behind.
Oh, yeah.
They sure did. So Democrats are accusing Kamala Harris of picking the wrong running mate. There's all kind of accusations that Tim Walz was less trustworthy than Doug Emhoff with the nanny. I mean, it.
They
But
even blamed Joe.
would it have mattered if she would have picked Shapiro? Would they have still won Pennsylvania?
I don't think so.
No.
I
No.
think people vote the way that they feel. That I've never
Look.
voted for somebody because I'm not like Tom. Somebody says, "Oh, he's a great candidate." I'm not just going to vote for him.
Right.
Tom, this is the perfect guy. I mean, this guy is the awesome guy. Oh man, have you seen how awesome this guy is?
Well, what is awesome
You've
about it?
done it 100,000 times.
I voted for W because he was from Texas, from Midland.
That's a great thing. By the way, Donald Trump.
But the Amish are responsible for
Amish
Pennsylvania.
are a lot. Tim Walz, Donald Trump said we're going to build more walls. Build more walls. Mexico is probably a little, that would be another call, one of the first calls I'd make to the brand new president in Mexico and tell her, look, we need your help. We can count on you, right? Because if not, tariffs are coming and you guys are, look, we put ourselves in this situation. Local farmers, local ranchers, we import so much beef, we import so much food. We put ourselves in this situation. If you're self-sufficient, you don't have to depend on anybody.
Right.
We put ourselves in this situation. And it was all, and I will say it's all for greed because people wanted to save a little money on how much they paid their worker.
Yep.
And when that happens, it's never a winning solution. Yeah, I mean, be frugal. But we sold out our country, got rid of our own workers, and we made our workers lazy. Look how many men in America don't work nowadays. It's nuts. Richard Gere announced he's selling his Connecticut home, moving to Spain. Get on out of here.
Don't let the door hit you.
Go ahead and take Whoopi and all them with you. Beverage out there on the internet's called Dr. Nog. You take eggnog and Dr. Pepper and mix it up. I'm not a big eggnog, so And Jonathan Hayes, who played Seymour on the original 1960 movie Little Shop of Horrors, passed away. He was 95 years young. And they're back. The Christmas tree shaped as a Snickers bar filled with snack-sized Snickers is back on the market. So if you got to have one of those, in case, Tom, your sugar goes low, you'll be ready with that. Stock market yesterday exploded as Donald Trump was elected president. How much did it go up, Blake? Like 1,400?
It was over 1,400.
All-time high.
And all day long, the lowest that it was up was about 1,200.
Jack Smith told to hit the road, Jack, and don't come back. No mo, no mo, no mo. Corruption. Special counselor, Jack Smith. DOJ cases dropped. The look on his face. And then Letitia James came out from New York. Why would you have to say, don't come after me? Don't come after New York because you're guilty.
Yep.
That's why. That is why. Did you guys see the squirrel that came out during Kamala's speech, her concession speech?
No.
Another squirrel.
I didn't see. They were in tight on her, so I didn't see
another squirrel. Yeah. Thank God it didn't try to, go arrest it. We're going to put it in quarantine. New Mexico Democrats are now saying they want bipartisanship and unity. Wait. You called the Republicans and Donald Trump Nazis, fascists, all kind of hate. And now you want everything to be forgiven. I'm not talking about like 1 month or 1 day of hateful comments. I'm talking about years.
Yeah, it's been at least as long as the campaign.
So we'll see the way Donald Trump reacts to this. I know he did speak to Newsom yesterday, and Newsom came out and said, we'll work together, but everything's going to be, above the law. Well, it's acting like Donald Trump's going to ask him to break the law.
Yeah, what he's already been doing. Newsom's been breaking the law.
So, looks like a man sentenced to life for his role in the 2020 murder. Ryan Baca, one of the men convicted of killing a 19-year-old, was sentenced to life plus 10 years. Baca, along with the other 3, were accused of killing Andreas Lauris in 2020. Investigators say the 4 conspired. It was a drug deal that went bad. All right, 621. Let's check the weather. Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda. You can find them in Carlsbad. Don't forget Friday, they got Fajita Friday going on, where you can get the USDA prime ribeye steak fajitas. You can buy them by the burrito or buy them by the pound. Some of the specials this week. You can find big specials at La Tienda. Get the big New York steaks. You like the big, thick New York steaks? They've got them. New York strip steaks, $9.88 a pound. You can also get boneless round bottom round steaks for $4.29 a pound. And get the Super Sub mini specials this week. Bacon, $3.88 a pack, 16-ounce pack. Quarter loin, pork chops, $1.78. Drumsticks, 98 cents a pound. Maybe you've been thinking about getting some 1 pound for $1.88. You can find all of this and more at La Tienda. Tom?
All right, and did y'all see that Kamala pretended to be talking to the voters, but she moved her phone and it was on the camera? Text is asking this morning.
Moved her phone and it was on the camera.
Yeah.
Explain a little more, texter.
Explain a little.
Okay, one of the things that the texters would like Donald to fix is the McDonald's ice cream machine.
There you go.
Well, actually, I don't know because we didn't touch on this. I think we might have talked about it. But there was something that went through, and now McDonald's franchises can actually get a third party to come and work on their machines, where they had to only get the manufacturer before.
Yeah. Interesting.
So there's going to be a lot of them that actually do get fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, McDonald's, they run out of straws. They can't go down to Dollar Tree and buy a pack of straw. Everything in that store has to come from the corporate office.
Right.
Okay.
Everything. They run out of cups. Sorry, we ain't got no Cokes today.
Tom?
Men in America don't work because they live with a woman who's on welfare and food stamps.
Well, that's part of the problem.
What?
Well,
according to the text.
They live with a woman that takes care of them, and they're on food stamps and welfare. We need a generational change to food stamps and welfare. And I'm just, look, if somebody needs help, we should help those people. But, Monica, how many times have you seen somebody, it's like a badge of honor. I got my stamps today. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nowadays it's sad because, and I've seen this firsthand, a lot of women who do receive food stamps for themselves and their children are selling them because they themselves don't want to work. So they sell them to make a buck because they get more than what they need sometimes.
I'm going to tell you, there's nothing that pisses me off
back in
more.
the day when they were paper, for sure they would sell.
Oh, yeah. Now it goes, you get 100 for 50.
Right. Jody from Lovington said the first thing he would like President Trump to do is call Ukraine and say, hey, you owe me a couple $1 billion.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the spigot is being turned off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jerm is saying, stop the war with Ukraine and Israel and pass a common sense voting law, he says.
If I were president-elect, first thing I would do is close the border and immediately start working on inflation.
Mm-hmm. And good morning. Did anyone hear Harris say that she would work with the Trump administration?
No,
Ask the text.
I didn't hear that.
I heard that she would pass power over.
But it's not hers to pass.
Correct.
Joe Biden is the president. So
another texter said lower the prices on groceries.
Yeah, well, that's it. Look, if you believe that's going to be a day one deal, it's impossible.
You can start putting stuff in place, but it's going to take time to see any kind of result on that.
Inflation needs to go down, and the market. unless we want to move to a socialist-style government, it's impossible because the market, Kamala Harris was selling a load of BS. She was.
Yeah.
She was selling a load of BS. The market dictates how much the groceries are.
Right.
And look,
Well,
talk about
there's a lot of artificial things that play into driving prices up. And when you
transportation,
transportation's a big one. So when you put government fees on everything, especially transportation, where do you think those costs are going to go?
Right.
And making it harder for trucks to be on the road. We're
Yes.
eliminating trucks.
You're fining them and you're doing extra fees and all those things. Along the supply chain.
Am I the only one that gets ticked off when I see somebody pulling out the food stamp card and they've got those Starbucks Frappuccinos? They got big O steaks.
Yep.
And, you know.
And I don't mind if they have enough to cover the steaks because steaks are expensive right now. But when you're buying all these extra stuff, that's when I have the problem.
I think candy, sodas
shouldn't be on there.
You shouldn't be able to buy. Energy drinks. Do you know you could buy energy drinks with food stamps?
Be able to.
Did you know you could use it at fast food restaurants too?
Well,
did you know you can even order food from Amazon with
ABT
food stamps?
Yeah,
well, like groceries. I mean, that's a little bit
Yes,
different because
yes.
Amazon is Amazon owns Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Right.
They
So, when they were sending out those food
Voucher-
stamp cards
yeah.
for the kids,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
whatever, I actually shopped online with the ones that the girls got because you could buy in bulk on Amazon or Sam's or whatever. And, those were
you can use
once
them.
upon a time.
Yep. All right, 6:27 morning. How you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Hey, it's Chrissy Light.
Hey.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy.
How you doing?
Hi, Monica.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Good
What's up,
morning.
Chris?
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for giving shout outs to all of my nurses in Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, especially, Nebraska, New York, and California. You guys are awesome. They're listening in on you.
Hey, we appreciate that, Christy. Don't work too hard.
We
Tom's over there.
appreciate everything they do every day, and we appreciate that they got out to vote.
Yes.
Tom was over there
And
falling
they're
asleep
listening.
again.
Not.
They're listening to you right now.
Well, thank you so much.
Good morning, nurses.
I
all
hope
around.
I hope you have an awesome day today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, they're ER nurses.
Well, I mean, you take it as a
the best that it can be.
yeah.
That's right.
Tom, you got the sniffles this morning. You want to see a ER nurse? Go to the emergency room, right?
All day.
right.
That's Tomas. Hey, I appreciate you, Christy. Looks like the Super Soaker,
Cardi B.
Cardi B. She had that song, Tom. She had the song. Anyway, she said, talking about Donald Trump and the people that voted for Donald Trump, she said, this is why y'all states get hurricanes.
Oh, my God.
God, for real.
5,400 customers without power in Santa Fe, according to the PNM's online outage map. 5,400 customers in the Santa Fe area without power, and we're expecting a front, cold, wintry weather for the northern part of the state. All right, when we come back, I'm going to talk about, we touched on this yesterday. We didn't have the numbers. Wait a second. We got a lot of votes that are missing from the 2020 election.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin to that coming up in just a second. All right, 6:30. We did not check the weather. It is going to be a cold, rainy day today. Well, that's what they're saying, Tom. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and Home Store, Broadmoor Mall, Hobbs America. They've got FR jeans, coveralls. They've got everything you need to go to work in the patch. Steel toe boots, $99 section. $99 for a pair of boots.
And it's not just a few boots.
No, they've got a huge selection. Go and check those out. And anything you need to work in the patch, they've got you covered. And they also have furniture, appliances, and electronics with zero down financing. And next door is Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters and Scrub Outfitters. When you go in there and bring a non-perishable food item or a toy for Toys for Tots, they're going to give you a 10% discount. Scrub Outfitters has the largest selection of scrubs in the area. Healing Hands, Med Couture, Peaches, comfy shoes, and compression socks. Right inside the Broadmoor Mall. Check them out today. Yes, we have rain in the forecast. 40% chance of rain this morning, 50% chance of rain this afternoon. Some of that could be severe. High temperature only getting up to about 59. 90% chance of rain tonight. Severe weather tonight down to about 44. 20% chance of rain in the morning on Friday, tomorrow. 56 for the high. By the afternoon, it is going to be sunny skies. Going to a ball game, cold, 33. 66 on Saturday and sunny. Warming back up to 71 coming up on Sunday. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing, the roofing experts. They work with the insurance companies to take care of you. Locally owned by a veteran, Dwayne Pennick, 30 years experience. And for 30 years being in business, they've got the A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. If your roof is damaged, you've had some hail damage or wind damage, and you need somebody to go check it out, call Dwayne Pennick this morning, 575-318-9725. Back in the day, my dad always said, if it's too good to be true,
it is.
It's probably too good. So if you've got a unlicensed contractor that's giving you a unbelievable deal, think about this. Most roofs come with a long-term warranty. When those guys are gone, the warranty is gone. You need to get in touch with somebody you can trust. Dwayne Pennick, A Custom Construction and Roofing, 575-318-9725. Tom on the text.
All right, on the question of the day, what do you want the first day of the president to change? Well, this one says first day agenda would be immigration, Middle East conflicts, also the economy. Oh, by the way, I lost 2 Facebook friends, and I was called a racist crybaby, too, says the texter.
Adam from Artesia says, not on day one, but I would like to see a flat tax, and I'd like to see no taxes
Amen.
on overtime.
Yeah. And that's going to be a congressional thing, and I think the Democrats will probably fight that tooth and nail.
And if
probably.
Yeah.
And if our tax money is paying for food, we are also paying for their medical expenses, too. They don't need candy and caffeine, says the texter.
And dentist. And dentist for the kids.
Yep.
Another day one issue for Trump: make all politicians pay back the Ukraine debt. That's Texas Tower Dog chiming in. Train in the Patch says, I'm off tomorrow. I can come in and do Tom's job.
Let's go.
Go. I'm going to have a day off soon anyway. So, yeah, come on.
Why would you need another day off? You just took 2 sick days.
I didn't.
And then 2 weeks before that, you took 2 other sick days.
This is a personal day.
You're a part-timer. You don't get no personal days.
The first thing Trump needs to do is not say what he's going to do, says a texter.
Yeah, you might be on to something.
Why tell the enemy we are going to bomb you?
Right.
I'm going back to the Philippines. I leave on a Friday. We're off on that Friday.
And?
I'm back on the air by Monday. See the way I schedule things around the show?
So do I.
I need a day off. What do you need a day off for?
Well, I got to get my eyes checked.
You get off the air at 9:30.
I know, but you got to be. I got to be in Lubbock, but they got to do my eyes and everything.
I'm going to Lubbock tomorrow.
So
this
will be in the afternoon.
If you're watching, they got to do his eyes.
I'm not even.
Bill Barr has come out and said the case against Trump should be dismissed, and Biden invited Trump to the White House for a meeting. The ratas de dos patas are running for cover. I pray Trump goes after them like they have him.
Well,
they are running for cover.
Let's see how that works out.
It's a glorious day. God bless America.
I saw a guy at Walmart yesterday. I saw he had a Second Amendment shirt on. So that tells me that,
sure.
And I said, man, the air just smells so much fresher today. Sure does.
Shout out to Jake Fletcher and Bertha Carlson this morning. 25 years with the company.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Dang, Jake. Man.
Tom, you're a big tubby cubby. And a question for Kevin. Also, Mike Pompeo. I do not trust him as far as I can see.
Yeah, I'm not a
What do you
Pompeo.
think?
I bet you that he has a place in Trump's cabinet again.
Yeah, I'm not a Pompeo.
That's
fan.
one I would guess, and I would guess that he's going to ask Ben Carson back to be HUD
Probably.
secretary.
Probably.
Because he turned HUD around.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Kamala used to date Montel Williams back in the day?
Oh yeah, back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and
Define date.
Willie Brown.
Organize, mobilize, and stay engaged. At least that's what Kamala said.
Yeah.
I wonder what the true meaning behind that is.
Look.
And also, someone said she copied Hillary Clinton's concession speech word for word.
Let me read this speech
Probably
to you
did.
here, and you tell me if it was her yesterday or Hillary.
Oh, Lord.
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country. I hope that he will be a successful president for all Americans. This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked for so hard, and I'm sorry we did not win this election for the values we share and the vision we hold for our country.
No.
I know how disappointed you feel because I feel it too, and so do tens of millions of Americans who invested their hopes and dreams in this effort. This is painful, and it will be for a long time, but I want you to remember this. Our campaign was never about one person or even one election. It was about the country we love and about building an America that's hopeful, inclusive, and big-hearted. That's from Hillary's speech.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
I would say the shorter, the better in that type of speech. Hey.
The words that weren't in Hillary's speech were joyful.
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah, I posted up a picture of a bunch of liberals just crying, and I put joy.
But it goes down to say that the whole we're going to fight thing.
So.
Okay, really, this one's funny. When you were talking about the Little League, Anthony from Roswell says, I had a girl on my Little League team in the mid-'90s. Also had a girl on my football team in middle school. She effed us up, too.
Yeah. I'm just.
Was she the kicker?
I'm not against girls playing typical boy sports, but not with the boys. Like,
Right.
give them their own league.
Right.
You know what I mean?
on that.
Well, especially for football.
For football,
Where
exactly.
it's very physical.
If I wanted to play football, I dang sure don't want to go up against
The problem with
dude.
all of this is that it invites boys to play with girls.
Well, hopefully that nonsense will be over.
I mean, I know there are girls who like, those kinds of sports.
And I get it, and I don't have a problem with
too.
that.
Me
I think
either,
that's a
but give them their
state
own league.
decision, and I think it's going to be very hard to mandate
Well, here's the big question.
nationally.
If you're okay with a girl being on the boys' team for soccer or basketball or football, what about wrestling?
Well, did you know that in New Mexico,
Yeah, no.
It's the same. It's a sport.
when the girls started wrestling, they had to wrestle the boys first here in New Mexico. Had to be on the same team.
Right.
And then the NMA said, no, let's change that up. So they made their own division.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. When I was a kid and me and my brothers would wrestle, we do that thing called nipple twister.
Oh, yeah.
And
There's a lot of moves, real, actual wrestling moves that put you in positions.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you.
It might turn into more than wrestling.
Yeah, it could. All right, 639. We got to get to the tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services in Carlsbad, and mechanics that you can trust. And they use nothing but high-quality auto parts to get you out the door and on your way. If you need new tires, go see them. If you need them to winterize your vehicle, they've got you covered there. They do all the maintenance, plus they do all the work, that diagnostic work, stuff that, not everybody can be a mechanic. That's why their guys and gals are ASE certified and trained. Find them in Carlsbad, 606 South Canal, or 575-689-6900. Tweet of the day, just a warning if you're a liberal, it's a trigger alert this morning.
Sorry, Kamala, the country didn't turn blue. You failed, but at least you tried. It's alright, just admit that you lost it. You get them next time, Cammy. You're not Obama, no, and even Biden beats you. Go on and tell another lie. It's alright, just admit that you lost it. I can't even say the things to you that I'm needing to say. TikTok ripping down my fits for invisible rules of brag. Can I even call you fake? What guidelines that violate? I'm late. Just get a maxi from your running mate. Oh goodness sake. At this rate, this'll get flagged for hate. The flag you hate, I'm making great again. I'ma send home pretend Americans and document and make it fair again. I'm telling you the Kerrigan. Everybody wants me back, Chief Justice. Can't wait to swear me in.
I like it.
The country didn't turn blue. You fair, but at least you.
Oh my goodness!
That's funny.
Oh my goodness!
That's funny.
All right, I can't remember.
He's going to be sued for that.
Yeah, I can't remember who sent me that, but thank you so much for helping out the cause.
They're going to say, I didn't authorize my music.
Kamala Harris, she conceded. CNN talked about it.
Officially conceded the 2024 presidential election, calling President-elect Donald Trump to offer her congratulations. Our senior White House correspondent, MJ Lee, is here with me in the studio. Give our viewers a little bit more information. What else are you learning?
Yeah, this was a phone call that we had been waiting on all day. We are told by a senior Harris aide that the vice president did call the former president to concede the 2024 race. She congratulated him on his victory.
Yeah, I bet she did it with that.
Yeah, nasally talk down to you.
How come they can't say president-elect instead of former president?
Because they might get triggered. Here's Kamala.
Either one.
And look,
okay.
her speech
honestly, at this point, either one is okay.
Yeah. Sure. Here's Kamala, what she had to say yesterday.
Must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory.
Thanks, Hillary.
I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition.
Thank you, Hillary.
And that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Because that's what we do.
That was a hit at January 6th.
Yeah, that was a shot at Donald Trump. Kamala went on to say yesterday.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed. But please know it's going to be okay.
Unfortunately, you lost the young people. A lot of young people turned the tables on you. They saw it. This young girl did not turn the tables, though, and she was triggered.
I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries. But this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for and like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they stand behind.
What bigotry? What?
And how I am trying to be a good person. I'm not Catholic like they are, which is ironic because
I'm not Catholic like they are. Like every voter was Catholic. Oh, my. Scott Jennings. I love Scott Jennings from CNN. I don't know how long he's going to be working on CNN. He was a newspaper writer way before he became a political talkhead, a pundit. Here's what he had to say about Kamala and the reason the Dems lost this election. Not only lost this election, this was a message that was being sent from middle America. Move more to the right. Get closer to being a centrist.
This is a mandate to do what you said you were going to do. Get the economy working again for regular working class Americans. Fix immigration. Try to get crime under control. Try to reduce the chaos in the world. This is a mandate from the American people to do that. I think I'm interpreting the results tonight as the revenge of just the regular old working class American, the anonymous American who has been crushed, insulted, condescended to. They're not garbage. They're not Nazis. They're just regular people who get up and go to work every day and are trying to make a better life for their kids, and they feel like they have been told to just shut up when they have complained about the things that are hurting them in their own lives.
Did you see Anderson Cooper and the guy that used to be the czar for Obama? What's his name? The
Van Jones.
Van Jones. They cried together. They were
doesn't surprise me.
very, very upset.
Well, Van Jones is already trying to do the spin on this.
Yeah, very, very upset. I think the guy that nailed it, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is a smart dude.
He is, but he's an ass.
He is an ass.
He's from the Shark Tank, right?
Yes, Shark Tank.
Here's Shark Tank is his show.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't.
That was his.
Yeah,
show.
that was his. Here's what Kevin O'Leary had to say about the Democrats. They need to move closer to the middle.
I like them over on the left where they are, so people can see what they really want to do instead of them hiding.
Here's what O'Leary had to say.
I love this. What's happened here is the system self-corrected. When you try and break the American model, it fixes itself. And I think people should give credit within the Democratic Party. Donald Trump saved them tonight, too, because they're going to have to take a spatula to these policies and bring it back to the center over the next 4 years. And in a way, reset. And we talked about this earlier, but he saved entrepreneurship. He saved the entire model of the S&P 500 because taxing 20% higher was a really bad idea, and it self-corrected.
Oh, we'll get to the View coming up in a second. They didn't implode like I thought they would.
Well, they probably knew that people were watching for them to
they
melt
did
down.
not implode the way
I bet their ratings were higher yesterday
probably.
than any other
Probably.
time.
All right, 647 price oil this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Spinnaker Cementing Solution, the division of Cud Energy. Looking for somebody that knows about cementing solutions in the patch. Give them a call this morning. Go to the website, SpinnakerOil.com. You can find them in Hobbs on Magnum Industrial Road. They've got 200 experienced cementing professionals. This is what they do. Give them a call. Go to the website, SpinnakerOil.com for more information. They're in Texas, Oklahoma, and in New Mexico.
West Texas Intermediate, $70.96. $74.36 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas at $2.76.
All right, 647. Dow Jones opens this morning almost at 44,000. I bailed too early, and I sold my goal. I haven't sold my goal. Two mistakes that I made. I should have sold the goal last week when it was up. Crazy.
Well, and you haven't sold it yet, right?
No.
It's back up $13 this
All right.
morning, so you're making a little bit of comeback, but it
So,
dropped
I might have
$80.
I also have one can of refrigerant that I bought. If somebody wants to buy that from me, also along with the gold. You need some refrigerant, Tom?
Now, remember why the market is doing this. Gold went down,
right?
Because the dollar is safer,
right?
Under Trump,
and it's probably like the value that the return on my money in the Philippines is probably going to go down a little bit because it was high.
Probably.
It was very, very
and,
high.
And the markets go up because they're optimistic.
Yeah.
You got to remember I don't want to get into a whole stock market discussion, but that's the way the market reacts to things.
So I expect that. Monica,
all right.
Yesterday my wife told me I got back from the gym. I put on a shirt and she said, "Your tummy is getting fat." I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I mean, look at this. My tummy is.
Did you tell her I can still do 25 push-ups?
I was like, "Get in the bed now. Make me a sandwich after that."
What I say.
I have.
Did she submit?
I have gained 8 pounds, but
Tom, is that just what you said? You said that's what I say?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Ever,
of course.
Tom.
All right, quickly to the text. We're going to come back and we're going to dive into the numbers. We are like 20 million votes short. What was the most exciting race that we've had in recent American history? Was it in 2020 or 2024?
Define exciting.
Well, as far as excitement to get people out to vote.
Oh.
I think that the 2024 election was an anti-Kamala Harris. That's why people went to vote. They didn't necessarily vote for Donald Trump. They voted against Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And I think that it was a flip for Biden. Most Biden voters voted against Trump instead of for Biden.
So we're gonna dive into those numbers up next. Text line 877-396-W105.
There are lots. Tom, where are you starting?
All right. So this texter says, another marvelous day, God's and Trump's America. Y'all are doing a great job always. And Trump's first order should be to reinstate the Keystone Pipeline and drill, baby, drill.
Germ says he'd stop the war with Ukraine and Israel, pass a common sense voting law, pass a comprehensive border bill, and immigration cut regulations, and the energy sector. Have Elon Musk look into wasteful spending and cut it. There's over 400 government agencies. I would also investigate the 15 million missing voters that voted back in 2020. Something isn't right about that.
Yeah, well, and we're going to dive into that next.
And Tom Hader, too, says, what gold do you have for Kevin for sale?
Yeah, not much. I'll bring it in and show you in a second. But I got some of those little gold bars that you buy.
Okay.
Are they an ounce or a half ounce?
No, they're not half ounce. They're like smaller than that.
Oh, okay.
The Constitutionalist says, Monica, can you take over the text line completely? Tom is about as worthless as the lint in my pocket and does not read whole text messages. He's getting better, Constitutionalist.
Oh, thank you very much.
You would like to think that, wouldn't you?
And have y'all seen Bernie Sanders post about the election? Asked that one time.
I did not see Bernie.
No.
Because to me, he's irrelevant.
He's a senator from Vermont.
Yeah, I mean, Vermont, Texas has cities bigger than Vermont.
Isn't Vermont's population about the same as New Mexico?
I think they're smaller, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, land-wise, they're smaller, but I think population is about the same.
First day agenda. Immigration, Middle East conflicts, economy, and you read that one, right?
Yeah, I read that one.
lost two. Okay.
Yeah, Vermont's smaller than New Mexico.
Well, let me look. Yeah. The population is only 623,000.
Yeah.
And
Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, go ahead.
Isn't it ironic that the party who can't tell you what a woman is now is worried about women's rights?
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Kimmel was crying too. Wasn't he on The Man Show? Take his man card from him.
Who else was on that Man Show?
Look.
Is that the one?
Roseanne Barr's ex-husband.
Is that the one that
Tom
Arnold?
Yeah.
So that's the one they would put braless women on trampolines.
Yep.
And that was the show opener.
Wow.
You never saw that?
No.
Yeah. I mean, they had one woman on there, bless her heart. She had to go to the emergency room. She had bruises on her face. I mean, it was terrible.
Speaking of that, those types of things.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel's good for doing musical parodies.
Yeah.
One guy said, talking about men's and women's league, he's a huge lingerie football fan. He doesn't need any trans men or women that identify as a woman to ruin it for him.
That lingerie football. One more, Tom.
All right, so this is Trump says Hader. We're going to have
What's
his first
going
comment.
on, buddy?
He says Republicans are okay with the rape and racism and hate
That is
speech
not true.
and propaganda and gun violence and violent insurrection and lawlessness and gross incompetence.
What rapes?
That's not true.
What rapes?
First of
Where
all,
were you at yesterday, Trump obsessed hater?
Well,
First of all,
Republicans are for law and order, and there is law against those things.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is for rape. I just you're for allowing rapists and murderers to come into this country unvetted.
Yep.
You're okay with that. You've said that before.
And for them to commit those crimes here in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, but we need to import more rapists and murderers. Yes. All right. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. Get in touch with them today. If you're driving on 128, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Huge facility, covered area. They accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards, and they do have unleaded DEF value, green diesel, red diesel. They've got it all. Twin Wells Fuel Station right off of Buck Jackson Road, right off Buck Jackson Road off of 128, reminding you to be safe out there. 5 minutes away from the hour of 7. Cussing Frank Cruz. No cussing this morning, Frank.
No, sir, no cussing. No, those days are gone. I didn't know that word I used back 6 years ago was a cuss word. I didn't know on the FCC thing. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Biden did invite Trump to the White House, I hope he goes with lawyers because James Comey did a trick on him in 2016, and we don't want anything to happen to him. The same way like in 2016, because they are deceivers. They're evil, and believe it or not, they will go the extra mile to try to frame him again from the start. I mean, he's got a clean slate right now. Beautiful people that he's putting in his cabinet. They're going to be smart and very, very, very prestige. His cabinet is going to be prestige, in the world stage.
You know what makes this so much easier, though, Frank, is that owning the Senate, when it comes time to get his folks, approval, I think it's going to make it a lot easier. It's going to be a lot smoother.
Yes, sir. I believe so also, sir. And that's why, the other, like 2 weeks ago, I praised Kevin. I think, because he brought the history of a Bible. He spoke some verses of the Bible, and that's why your radio station, besides the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer and your whole show with you all, rocked. You all hit it out of the ballpark every morning.
Well, we appreciate that, Frank.
We greatly appreciate it because
we're going to see if we can buy a station at Starr County next. I'm going to get with Will Rooney.
But thank you for speaking about our Lord Jesus Christ, our God, our
Amen.
Father. Yes, sir. And man, you're doing an excellent job. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Trial underway for a man accused of scalding a baby with hot water. Ruben Castillo, 34 years old, aggravated assault with against a family member, first-degree felony in the state of Texas. This trial began yesterday in Lubbock. That poor kid, severely injured, had burns all over her face, from her face to her knees. District of Columbia, how do you think that election went? Harris and Trump?
Trump had like 8%.
Yeah, I mean, 6%.
DC, look.
This is the problem with the swamp.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why they want D.C. to be a state.
Awful.
92.5% of votes went to Kamala Harris.
And the whole thing about D.C. was set up so that it wasn't a state.
Yeah.
George Washington gave up his own land for that.
Yeah. Kamala Harris campaign and allies spent more than $1.4 billion on political ads. They're in arrears. How much are they in arrears? Over $1 billion,
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
I did the whole documentary.
Nancy Pelosi arrived to see Kamala Harris concede, and she was in tears at Howard University. Biden going to address the country today.
At 11 a.m.
11 a.m. today.
From the beach?
He's doing that early at 11 a.m. That way he can take his long afternoon nap. Federal judge sentenced 21-year-old Rodney Evans, 30 months in prison for strangling his partner. Federal prosecutors say the alleged incident happened November of 2023 and actually happened and grabbed his partner by the throat. And that happened at the Mescalero, on the reservation. And Kevin O'Leary says Obama, Pelosi, and Schumer will not have any influence in 4 years. They will be done. Can we be done with them today?
Yeah.
Right now.
Serious.
I hope so.
And Ryan Baca, one of the men convicted of killing a 19-year-old, was sentenced to life in prison with 10 years. They don't give this often. Life in prison?
No.
And Baca, along with 3 others, convicted of killing Andreas Lara 2020, and he gets life in prison with an additional 10 years. Santa Fe High School football coach is gone. Remember there was a case of the hazing allegation in the locker room? He's gone.